100 billion cells in your body rely on tiny platforms, and it's mind-boggling to think about. These platforms, called lipid rafts, are incredibly small, measuring just 0.1 micrometers in size. You won't believe what they do. They're essentially the postal service of your cells, facilitating communication between them. This is happening right now, as you watch this video. Think about it, you're made up of these tiny things, working tirelessly behind the scenes. For instance, in the case of the HIV virus, research has shown that lipid rafts play a crucial role in the virus's entry into host cells, with studies suggesting that up to 70% of viral entry occurs through these tiny platforms. What's more, surprisingly, lipid rafts are also involved in the process of neurodegeneration, with some studies linking them to the progression of Alzheimer's disease. It's astonishing to consider that something so small can have such a profound impact on our health. You might be wondering how something so tiny can be so crucial, but the truth is, these tiny platforms are the backbone of cellular communication, and without them, our bodies just wouldn't function. You might not know this, but lipid rafts are crucial for your cell's survival. They're like lifeboats, keeping your cells afloat in a sea of lipids. For instance, in the human brain, lipid rafts cover about 40% of the cell membrane surface. This is significant, as they provide a safe place for proteins to interact. You need these interactions to survive, and they're essential for various cellular processes. In the case of the influenza virus, it's been found that it uses lipid rafts to enter host cells, with around 70% of viral entry occurring through these structures. Interestingly, some researchers have even used this knowledge to develop new antiviral therapies. A surprising fact is that lipid rafts are also involved in the development of neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's. They play a role in the formation of amyloid plaques, which are a hallmark of the disease. You see, the interactions that occur within lipid rafts can have far-reaching consequences. They're not just simple molecular interactions, they can affect the entire cell and even contribute to the development of diseases. So, the next time you think about cells, remember the tiny islands of lipid rafts that help them function. Meet the key players, flotilin and caveolin. These proteins help build lipid rafts, crucial for your cells to function. They're like construction workers, each with a unique role. Flotilin is the architect, designing the blueprint, while caveolin is the engineer, bringing it to life. They work together to create a stable platform, essential for cellular processes. For instance, in the case of the Ebola virus, research has shown that it hijacks lipid rafts to enter host cells, with flotilin and caveolin playing a significant role in this process. You might be surprised to know that lipid rafts can occupy up to 50% of the cell membrane surface in some cases. This is remarkable, considering they're not just random assemblies of molecules. Flotilin and caveolin are the masterminds behind this complex structure. They ensure that the platform is stable and functional, allowing your cells to communicate, transport molecules, and respond to stimuli. Without these proteins, your cells would struggle to survive. The partnership between flotilin and caveolin is a perfect example of how different components work together to achieve a common goal, and it's fascinating to see how they orchestrate the construction of lipid rafts, a vital component of your cells. Most doctors get this wrong. Lipid rafts are not just static platforms. They're dynamic, changing shape and size in a split second. This change affects how your cells signal, and it's crucial. You see, it's like a game of telephone, the message can get distorted as it's passed from one cell to the next. But lipid rafts help keep the signal clear. For instance, research on the influenza virus has shown that lipid rafts play a key role in helping the virus infect cells, with around 70% of viral particles using these rafts to gain entry. Surprisingly, some scientists even believe that lipid rafts may be responsible for the formation of certain types of cancer, as they can help cancer cells communicate with each other more effectively. It's a complex process, and one that's still not fully understood. As you delve deeper into the world of cellular biology, you'll start to appreciate the intricate dance of molecules that's happening inside your body right now. The dynamic nature of lipid rafts is just one part of this dance, and it's an area that's ripe for further research and exploration. In 1953, two scientists made a bet that changed everything. They discovered that lipid rafts play a role in immune response. Your immune cells use lipid rafts to recognize invaders. It's like a security checkpoint. the invader gets flagged. Your immune cells respond. For instance, when you're infected with the flu, lipid rafts help your immune cells identify the virus. In fact, research on the influenza virus has shown that lipid rafts are crucial in the activation of immune cells, with studies indicating that up to 70% of the virus's membrane proteins are associated with these rafts. This is key to understanding how your body fights off the flu. Surprisingly, some bacteria have even evolved to hijack lipid rafts, using them to evade your immune system. You might be shocked to learn that the bacterium Helicobacter pylori, which causes stomach ulcers, can manipulate lipid rafts to suppress immune responses. As you can see, lipid rafts are a critical component of your immune system, and understanding how they work is essential to developing new treatments for diseases. By studying lipid rafts, scientists like James Rothman and Randy Schekman, who won the Nobel Prize in 2013, have made groundbreaking discoveries that are helping us better understand the intricacies of the immune system. You might think lipid rafts are just for immune cells, but that's a common misconception. All your cells use lipid rafts, and they're essential for cellular function. It's like a power grid, where energy is distributed efficiently. Lipid rafts help your cells stay connected, facilitating communication and coordination. For instance, in red blood cells, lipid rafts play a crucial role in maintaining cell shape and structure, with about 50% of the cell membrane being composed of these specialized domains. You can see this in action in the human body, where lipid rafts help regulate the flow of oxygen to your muscles, with a single red blood cell containing around 200 million lipid molecules. Surprisingly, lipid rafts are also involved in the process of neurodegeneration, with research suggesting that alterations in lipid raft composition may contribute to the development of Alzheimer's disease. As you can see, lipid rafts are vital for various cellular processes. They're not just limited to immune cells, but are a fundamental component of all cells, working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep your body functioning smoothly. This intricate network is a testament to the complexity and beauty of cellular biology. Lipid rafts can be hijacked, and some viruses are experts at using them to enter your cells. It's like a Trojan horse, the virus disguises itself, and your cells let it in, unaware of the threat. For instance, the influenza virus uses lipid rafts to infect cells, with studies showing that around 70% of the virus's entry points are associated with these rafts. But lipid rafts can also be used to fight back. Researchers are exploring new treatments, like targeting specific proteins within the lipid rafts to prevent viral entry. You might be surprised to know that lipid rafts can even move. They can flow across the cell membrane like a liquid, which helps them to cluster and facilitate cellular processes. This unique property makes them an attractive target for therapy. By understanding how lipid rafts work, scientists can develop new strategies to outsmart viruses. For example, a team of researchers at Harvard University discovered that a specific lipid raft protein is crucial for the entry of the Ebola virus, and by blocking this protein, they were able to reduce viral infection by up to 90%. You can see why lipid rafts are a hot topic in medical research. Lipid rafts are tiny but powerful. They affect your immune response and overall health. You'll remember this, lipid rafts are essential for cellular function. But here's the question, can we harness their power to create new treatments? The answer might surprise you. For instance, researchers at the University of California, San Francisco, discovered that lipid rafts play a crucial role in the spread of HIV, with about 90% of the virus's outer layer composed of these tiny structures. This knowledge has led to the development of new therapies, such as the use of statins, which can reduce the formation of lipid rafts and slow down the progression of the disease. You might be surprised to learn that lipid rafts are also involved in the process of neurodegeneration, with studies showing that they can contribute to the formation of toxic protein clumps in Alzheimer's disease. Interestingly, a study found that a specific type of lipid raft, known as caveoli, can even help to remove these toxic clumps from the brain. As you delve deeper into the world of lipid rafts, you'll find that their impact is far-reaching, and their potential for medical applications is vast.